Welcome to another episode of Evernote Learning the Basics. My name is Jerry Colbert, and today we are going to be learning about exporting and why backing up your data is vitally important. Coming up next. So here we are inside of Evernote for Mac. And in this episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about exporting your notes and exporting them to an external hard drive or exporting them to any hard drive of your choice in order to back up your notes in case of a hard drive failure or crash, or your main file for Evernote, your main local file for Evernote gets damaged somehow. So I basically back up my Evernote weekly to an external hard drive, and then I take it off site just in case of fire or what have you. But depending on how much stuff you put on Evernote and how much value you put in the notes inside of Evernote, you might want to do that or you might not. That's all totally up to you. But I typically back up every single thing that I have to an external hard drive. Now, with that being said, you could also make the case that, well, if you do a normal backup of your hard drive, it's going to back that up. Yeah, that's true. But it's always a good idea to have more than one backup of a different type just in case another backup fails. But regardless of that fact, even if you just wanted to export 2 or 3 notes rather than all of your notes, you can do such and have that as a backup for whatever reason that you might have. Like for sometimes I will scan a note that was for work into my personal account, and then I will export that file at a later time and then re-import it into the business Evernote file. It could be just for whatever reason I accidentally imported it into the personal account, and therefore I can always export it and re-import it into the business account. So like I say, there's all kinds of different uses for exporting your notes. Now, with that being said, if I wanted to export any kind of note, first you got to decide what note you want to export. Well, let's say, for instance, I wanted to export all of these notes. Well, I could go ahead and highlight one of them and then hold down the shift and click on the last one so they all highlight. Then what I could do is I could go up here to File and then Export Notes, and it's going to take me to this export dialog box right here, and it's going to put in a default name here, which you could change to whatever you want, and it's going to export it into a XML format or a .enix file that is proprietary to the Evernote filing system. Now, when you export your notes, you always want to include tags for each note, because when you export these notes and you re-import them, it's a great idea to have tags included in your notes so you don't have to re-tag everything again. So you'll want to make sure that that is checkmarked. So when you go and you say, I'm going to, export this, you'll want to put a date that you exported so you know, especially if you're doing any kind of backups. Now, if you notice over here, you'll see that I have several backups here from several days or months in the past of times that I have backed up all my notes. So basically, if you wanted to back these up or you wanted to export these, then like I say, you can just go ahead and put the date like this. And then you pick a location. I'm not going to save it to my backup over here. I'm just going to save it to the desktop so you can get a general idea. And then all you do is hit save. Once you do that, it's going to export all the notes, and there it is. All of those notes right there are now inside of this file right here. So that is basically how you export notes out of Evernote either onto your desktop for later filing or onto an external hard drive in order to back up your data. Now, to be honest with you, the likelihood of your data crashing is very slim to none since you are utilizing Evernote's syncing capability. If it died on your local hard drive, it's still, your notes are very much accessible on the web and on the cloud and on your other devices. But just in case some sort of crazy file corruption happens and it gets synced to other devices, which is very slim, at least you have a backup that you could always revert back to. So there you have it. There is exporting your notes out of Evernote onto an external hard drive or internal hard drive, however you want to export it to. So if you like this video, please click on the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and want to see more of these types of videos, please click on the subscribe button. And so without further ado, I want to wish you all a great and productive day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.